Yeah. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Got the brothers reading already? All right. No, it's Namasha in this hall. Yeah. Cowboy, let me know when we good. Solid? Alright, first and foremost, we give all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, who most y'all call Jesus, but his real name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Alright, we are the Israelites, and our purpose in coming out here is to let you so-called black and Hispanic people know just how special y'all are. That we are God's chosen people in the earth. Give me Matthew 5 and 13 in the Good News Translation. But here's the issue. Everybody on the planet Earth knows how special black and Hispanic people are, except for black and Hispanic people. That's why we are the only race of people that get on songs and talk about murdering each other, selling drugs to each other, and degrading our own women. Can anybody answer me this? Can you go anywhere on the planet Earth? Go to the Middle East, go to Asia, go anywhere. And can you find Asian people getting on songs calling Asian women bitches and hoes? Right. Can you go to Japan and hear them talking about killing other Japanese people and making songs about it? Right. Can you hear Japanese or Chinese people getting on songs about smoking on each other? Only so-called black and Hispanic people are the ones that do that. Yet we know how special we are to a degree, but we don't act like it. Let's see what the greatest man who ever walked the face of the planet Earth, who was a so-called black man, let's see what he said. Give me Matthew 5.
It's Matthew 5 and 13 in the GNT. You're like salt for the whole human race.
This is what did Christ say?
You're like salt for the whole human race.
Christ said that we are like salt for the whole human race. Now what does salt do? Salt adds flavor. What are our people known for? We add flavors to food. That's why we cook the best. There's other people on earth that they don't add any flavors to food. That they don't even wash the chicken before they cook it. But we are like salt, like flavor for the whole human race. That's why everybody's going to this concert right now. Because we're like salt for the whole human race. That's why the most popular form of music on the planet Earth right now is rap. Now where did rap come from? Rap came from in the 70s, so-called black and Puerto Rican people in the Bronx talking about their struggles and making songs about it. Right. And now it's the most popular genre of music on the planet Earth. And that shows you how special we are. Because we made the most popular genre of music on the earth, and it's not even our own language. When we're rapping in English or in Spanish. We're not from England, we're not from Spain, but we're able to make an entire genre of music, not in our language, and make it the most popular genre of music on the planet Earth, right? But I got a question. I want to ask y'all, who love God by a show of hands? There's got to be somebody that love God. Ain't there only the white girl raised her hand?
All right.
So I want to ask you black people that think y'all know so much about God that's going to go to church tomorrow, how much y'all love God? By a show of hands. Where are the black people that are going to church tomorrow? Where's somebody that's going to T.D. Jakes' church tomorrow? Or whoever the hell is the pastor out here in North Carolina? That say that they love God so much. That say that they know God so much, but they don't even know what color they are. Read that again in Matthew.
Matthew 5 and 13 from the top. You're like salt for the whole human race.
Christ said that we are like salt for the entire planet Earth, for the entire human race.
But if salt loses its saltiness,
loses its flavor,
there's no way to make it salty again. It has become worthless. So it is thrown out and people trample on it.
That's what we have become, worthless, and people trample under us. That's why we live in every major city in this country. Do you think it's a coincidence that black and Hispanic people live in the worst parts of this damn city? That the highest crime rate is going to be where our people live? That the Church's Chicken, the damn Popeyes, the KFC, the dollar store, all the bad fast food places, the liquor store, White Jesus Christian Church, all going to be in the black and Hispanic community? Where's the Whole Foods in the black and Hispanic community, huh? Where's the Wegmans? We're lucky if we get a goddamn Harris Teeter. But we get maybe a Food Line that gets shot up every 2 or 3 days. Because the salt has lost its saltiness. And that goes back to you so-called black and Hispanic people not understanding who you are and what your objective is. What you're supposed to be doing is serving God. But instead you want to go and listen to a bunch of music. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with listening to music. But you want to go and listen to music that promotes the degeneracy of your people. Again, I want to ask you black people that know so much. You black people that think y'all know so much, what does God want you to do? Huh? What is God's purpose for you in the earth? To live your life? What is your life? I'm telling you, I'm about to start talking about these cheap wigs that these sisters be wearing, man. I'm going to, because that's not life. That's not the life that God wanted you to live, to wear damn cheap bundles. Go ahead.
sorry. This is Amos chapter 4 and verse 11.
But it's all fun and game. Give me Luke 6 and 25. Everybody, see, if I ask all these people what God wants them to do on the earth, what's their purpose in life, every single one of them is going to give me a different answer. And they don't have a problem with giving the wrong answer as to what the most important question in the world is. What does God want me to do in my life? And it's just fun. Oh, just live my life. Live my best life. You're not going to be telling Christ when he comes back, oh, I just wanted to live my best life. You're going to be begging for forgiveness. Go ahead and get that Amos 4 and 10.
This is Amos chapter 4 and verse 11. I have overthrown some of you as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
God killed a lot of us just like he killed Sodom and Gomorrah. Look at the black and Hispanic community right now. We get murdered by the police. We murder each other. We get murdered through diabetes. We get murdered through all kinds of diseases.
Right.
God is the one that did these things to us because of our disobedience. Now look what else he says. Go ahead.
And ye were as firebrand plucked out of the burning, yet have not returned unto me.
But you don't want to return to God. All these horrible things that God has done to our people, you don't think you want to return unto him? And when we say return to God, we're not talking about return to that white boy, that white Jesus. Because according to the Bible, Jesus is not a white person. According to the Bible, Jesus is a dark-skinned brother with woolly hair. But y'all don't think past that. Let me ask you this. If Christ is a so-called black man, what you think the rest of his family look like? Y'all ever think about something like that?
Right.
How many of us, brother, did you know that Jesus Christ looked like you? Okay, well, if Jesus looked like you, what you think his mom and his dad look like? Huh? He looked like us, so what does that make us then, brother? See, we're too busy calling ourselves black or Puerto Rican. Black is a color in a crown box.
Right.
My hair is black, my jacket is black. None of us are the color black, we're brown. So then why do we call ourselves black? Why do we call ourselves Puerto Rican, a rich port? What's going on, sis? You got a question? No? Okay. I got a question for you. You believe in the Bible? No?
No.
Okay, what? You don't read the Bible? What do you read? Nothing? Okay, what do you believe in if you don't mind me asking? Just the universe? Okay, give me Isaiah 42 and 22 in the NLT. I want to show you something in the Bible right quick, right? I know you got to go to the concert, whatnot, so this won't take too long, right? So when I read you this, I want you to just tell me what people does it sound like this is describing, right? Give me Isaiah 42 and 22.
Isaiah 42 and 22 in the NLT. But its own people
But God's own people
have been robbed and plundered,
are people who have been robbed, plundered,
enslaved,
imprisoned,
and trapped.
put in a trap. Don't we got trap music, trap house? Go ahead.
They are fair game for anyone and have no one to protect them, no one to take them back home.
What does that sound like? That sounds a lot like us, right? Now, this was written over 2,000 years ago, and we see it happening to our people right now. So if the Bible is telling us thousands of years ago what will be happening to his people in the future, and we see it happening to us right now, well, what does that make us? It said that we're God's people. That's why we're the greatest people on earth. That's why we got the most beautiful women. That's why we run the fastest. We jump the highest, cook the best. We do everything the best. If I gave you $1 million, but I said you can't be a black woman no more, would you take it? You wouldn't take it for $1 million. What about $100 million? Was there an amount of money in the world I could give you to not? But think about this. Are there white people I could pay that would pay? That's what Get Out was about. They will pay to be us, and we're on the bottom.
Right.
But we would pay to be them, and they're on the top. Because we know that what we have is greater than any amount of money that could be given to us. Because we are God's chosen people. And that's what we're teaching our people, that we are the greatest people on the earth, and there's a reason why we're on the bottom right now. It's because our ancestors have been breaking God's commandments. Right? We've been asking us, I don't want to take too much of your time, sister, but let me ask you this. Now I know I'm asking a bunch of questions, but I want to engage, right? So, can you point to any other race of people besides us that get on songs and talk about murdering their own people? Nobody. You don't listen to that type of music? Beautiful. But guess what? Everybody else here, for the most part, does. Unfortunately, they do, right? And we talk about murdering our own people, degrading our own women, selling drugs to each other. Nobody else does that. And because our people have been doing that, and we continue to do that, now we see the negative ramifications that happen in our community because of it. So we're telling our people it's the same way Christ is a so-called black man. That all the greatest men and women in this Bible, that they are our people. Our true identity is the Israelites. Moses, David, all those people, that's our true identity. What we got to do is come back to God by keeping his commandments and faith in not the white Jesus, the real one, sis. Right. But the Bible don't say Jesus is white. It said he got hair like wool and skin like it was so dark it got burned in the furnace. So we're not teaching Christianity. See, notice when you go to church, because we all done been to church, right? And you know what never happens in the church? The Bible get opened up and read and explained. What does happen in the church is somebody get on the pulpit with the Bible in their hands. They hold the Bible in their hand like this, and they talk a lot, and they sing and they dance a lot, but there's never any actual reading of it. There's never any explaining of it. So we're actually is teaching the Bible. You know what I mean? Teaching our people the truth. So I appreciate you, sister. You got any questions? No. Do we got flyers? Brothers, we got any? Okay, you got a card? Beautiful, sister. Well, just make sure when you get a chance, sister, just do some research. Appreciate you, sister. You have a good day. Go ahead.
Isaiah 59:2 in the NLT. It is your sins that cut you off from your God.
That's the only reason why our people are on the bottom right now. It's not because God doesn't love us. It's not because we're the most talented people on the earth. It's because we keep sinning against God. Why would God want to come and save us when we are still murdering each other at an unprecedented rate? Here's how bad it is. Who knows about the Middle Passage? Anybody? We're 2 months removed from Black History Month, and people don't even know what the Middle Passage is. The Middle Passage is the part in the Atlantic Ocean that separated the West Africa and the United States of America. And it is estimated that 2 million of our people died just on the way over here. Not here, just on the way over here. Think about it like this. Let's say instead of them shipping people over here, they were shipping money. And they had so much money that they shipped from West Africa over here that they lost $2 million just shipping it over here. If they lost $2 million, how much money do you think they made? So how much of our people do you think they brought over here, and then look at what they do to us right now? Now we're the first fired, the last hired. Now in Raleigh, North Carolina, in Charlotte, in New York, in every major city in this country, again, we live in the worst neighborhoods. And give me Deuteronomy 28:43. And not only do we live in the worst neighborhoods, but the people who enslaved us and sat back and watched us get enslaved, they live in the best neighborhoods. Because when you think about like the rich area or the poor area, let's just make it, the rich area is for everybody else. The poor area is for Black and Hispanic people. The rich area is it's white majority, but then you're gonna have Asians over there. You're gonna have East Indians over there, right? And these are the people who have sat back and watched us go into slavery and did nothing about it. Where we at? Give me Deuteronomy 28:43.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 43.
Bring it up.
The stranger that is within thee.
It says the stranger that is within thee. The East Indian who doesn't know how to speak English, who just came back from Mumbai, right? He's gonna come over here and he's gonna get a job selling you fake jewelry in the middle of the mall.
Right.
Getting hundreds of thousands of dollars. The stranger that is within thee, go ahead.
Shall get up above thee very high. And thou shalt come down very low.
Family, can I ask y'all something? Have you ever seen a Black-owned gas station? A Black-owned one?
Right.
Have you ever, brother? No? Have you seen an Arab-owned gas station? Have every gas station you've been to either probably been an Arab that owned it? Now, how is that? Arab or a white person, maybe, right? Where's the Black-owned gas station? How in the Black community there's not a single Black-owned gas station? How every 7-Eleven got an Indian working at it? Not one Black person thought, let me try to own a 7-Eleven. No, because it said the stranger that is within thee shall get up above you very high, and you shall come down very low. That's why in the Black community, you're gonna have a Chinese restaurant in every single one of them.
Right.
But there's not a soul food restaurant in the Chinese community. There's not a Mexican restaurant in the Indian community.
Right.
But there sure is one of those in the Black or Hispanic community, because they're taking advantage. What they're doing is something that they have always done. It's taking advantage of a people who already don't have anything. We already don't know where we come from. We call ourselves Black. We call ourselves African American. What country do you Black people come from in Africa?
Right.
Do you know? Where do you come from? West Africa? There's 24 countries in West Africa. Which one you come from? Why everybody else on the planet Earth know exactly where they come from? I can't go to an Asian person and they tell me, well, I'm an Asian American. They're not going to say that. They're going to say, I'm Japanese or I'm Chinese. And they're damn sure not going to say, I'm yellow. But you say you're Black. But you're not Black, you're brown. Everybody else on the planet Earth is brown except for white people. So that's not a proper identity. So who are you actually? Who you are actually is God's chosen people, the greatest people on the earth. The Israelites. Jesus Christ in the Bible is described as a man with dark skin and woolly hair. We all heard this before, right? Haven't we heard this? So if Jesus Christ looks like that, what do you think the rest of his people look like? These are the questions that we're asking y'all. If Jesus Christ is described as a Black man in the Bible, what do you think his cousins look like? What do you think his aunties and uncles and them look like? These are the questions that you have to start asking yourself. And you have to also start asking yourselves, why are we the only race of people on the earth that get on songs and talk about murdering each other? Now, everybody can act like I'm not telling the truth right now and ignore me and act like that's not a big problem, but it is a big problem. Because not only do we get on songs and talk about murdering each other, now we got young black children, young Hispanic children that look up to all these artists that are talking about murdering each other. But even when you look at the money that's made off of this music, we don't make most of the money off of this music, but we talk about murdering each other. White people make more money off of us talking about killing each other than we do. So we don't benefit both ways, either literally because we're talking about murdering each other, and then financially because we don't even make most of the money off of this stuff, man. But let's just listen to the young brothers that are trying to teach our people the truth, and just, hopefully I'll forget about it and go listen to damn Sexy Red talk about shaking her ass or something, man.
Right.
That's the truth. That's what you black people would rather listen to, and that's why you live in the worst ghetto in America, man. That's why you have the worst jobs. That's why you have the highest high school dropout rate and the lowest graduation rate.
Right.
That's why you have the highest. That's why you have the highest poverty rate. That's why everything negative you lead in statistically, and everything positive you are on the bottom statistically. Because instead of listening to the truth, you would rather go and do whatever the hell it is that you want to do. Give me Isaiah 30 in the NLT. Start at verse 9. Give me a Psalm 44 and 14. Read it in the NLT real quick. Because what we're going to do is tell you black and Hispanic people the truth, whether you like it or not. Because you've been getting lied to, the easy and the peaceful lies, what you've been getting told for 500 years. You've been getting told Jesus loves you and all you got to do is believe in Jesus and be kind to others. Black people have been kind to everybody else except for themselves, though. That's the problem. When black and Hispanic people hear, love your neighbor as yourself, you don't ever think, love my brother that I have a grudge with because he stepped on my Jordans or he owes me some money. You don't ever think of love my people that grew up across the railroad tracks who, they family beef with my family, but we're all the same people, so we should let bygones be bygones. When you hear let bygones be bygones, you think let white people, what they've done to you, let them get away with it. That's the problem. What's up, my brother?
What up?
You got a question, King?
What's that?
We're teaching the Bible.
Okay, I just gotta use the bathroom right quick.
Okay, well, you familiar with this information?
No.
No? Okay, you believe in the Bible?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what do Jesus look like in the Bible?
He had a fro.
He had a fro? Okay, and he had, what type of skin did he have?
Like mine.
Like yours. So Jesus looked like you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you think the rest of these people look like, brother?
Like that.
They gotta look something like you, right? So what we're teaching our people is not only the Jesus, but the rest of his people, the Israelites.